part of the way you guys were running the football late there when we were against Georgia? Maybe how gratifying was that?
I think everybody was really proud of our O-line. They really worked hard together. You know, we believe we were out hitting them at the end of the game, and I think that was the difference in the run game.
And how much are you seeing Rayshawn just get more and more comfortable in his role there also?
Yeah, Rayshawn's doing a great job, you know, reading the O-line's blocks. And, you know, I think as each play goes on, he learns to trust, you know, me and the O-line even more and more, and that's helping his reads out, and it's showing on the field.
How'd you grade out the game? How did you feel like you played? It was a tough game. You're on the field a lot of snaps.
I did well. There was, you know, we had a lot of mistakes in the game, and there was, you know, a lot of opportunities we could have capitalized on, and that's just how it is at the end of the games, and that's what happened. But we came out today and corrected it.
So you see a chemistry building between you and Rayshawn and the offensive line?
Yeah, I think Rayshawn and the rest of the running backs are really kind of learning to trust the O-line, and if the O-line can, if we have a trust in the backfield with them, then it helps us because I can fit up on my block and then the running back can fit off my block. So, it works out the whole way.
Were there any new wrinkles in the run game? Anything different with the blocking scheme? Anything that you did differently against Georgia?
I think overall against Georgia, we really just out-hit them, and it was a similar defense to our defense. So it was kind of something that we knew we were going to see, and we just outstrained them.
If somebody told you before the game you'll get almost 200 yards rushing against Georgia, would you have thought that was possible?
Definitely. I think our O-line and run backs have a ton of potential. I think that it's just beginning, and I think we did a lot of good things, but we still left some plays out there. So we're going to capitalize on those.
You said the 3-4 that you run in practice helped you against Georgia. Do you think you'll be better against 3-4 defenses going forward?
I think anytime a defense plays similar to yours, you've seen it a lot more, so you're more comfortable with it. But I don't know if you're better against it.
Sitting at 3-2 with your own open day this season, how big is it that leadership continues to emerge on the team to help at this time?
I think leadership is very important in the bye week. I think their teams kind of take it both ways. It's either a time to kind of just rest and get ready for the next week, or it's a time to get better. And I think our leaders have tried to step up and make sure our team's getting better.
I think Tyler said you guys did some one-on-one work today, first team A versus first team B.
Yeah, we had a pretty intense practice. It was a lot similar to camp, and so it was good to see competition out there.
And just what was the mindset coming off this loss compared to coming off the Florida loss? I think Tyler said that everybody was a little bit more juiced up, maybe a little bit today. Did you see that at all?
You're never happy after a loss, and we made a lot of mistakes, but I think we finished the game, which we were happy with, and I think we're happy with where this team's going, especially with the improvement in the run game.
How good did it feel to run 8 plays in a row and just kind of go right at a pretty highly ranked defense and just kind of big front seven, just kind of stuff right out of defense?
It was great to see us playing our game, and I think when the O-lines coming together like they did, I think we can just get people on their heels and run play after play after play and keep gaining yards each time.
There's not much you can take away from the loss, I guess, as compared to a win. You want to win the game, but as you look at the balance that was offensively on Saturday, you start to see the picture coming together a little bit. Like, I'm sure you would have rather won the game, but is it good to see the balance on offense and all that start fitting together?
I think our team definitely improved, and I think with each loss you definitely study the film harder. So I think watching the film and critiquing each play as hard as you can, I think we're definitely getting better as a team each week.
Coach Dooley said that you and Mike Rivera, the seniors and guys who played a good bit of football, you guys maybe have a little bit tougher curve, with grading and stuff. And he said that in the run blocking sometimes you guys need to do a better job. As seniors, do you just expect that from a coach? Like he's just going to expect more out of you?
Oh, definitely. I think as seniors, we're definitely more responsible for everything. To be more technical about everything we do. And so, run blocking is, I think, something you have to work on every single day. And even if you're the best run blocker in the league, you still have to work it every day because, the defense is going to be doing the same thing.
How would you have done maybe in the Florida game compared to the Georgia game? Fullbacks and tight ends, as you go back and think about it?
I think, the Florida game, we did some good things running the ball as well, but I think, the O-line has just matured along with the tight ends and fullbacks throughout, and I think that's helped us more in the Georgia game.
Just the versatility required for that position. You've got a couple of your offensive coordinator, Coach Chaney, and Coach Dooley both have coached the tight end position, fullbacks and stuff. Can you talk about just the physical challenges that go into this? Because you might be blocking a linebacker, might be helping chip on a safety or a DN, then you got to go run some routes, and then it seems like it's maybe a fun position to play, but there's a lot that goes into it.
There is a lot to go into it. I think a lot of it's in film work. I think, mostly the offensive line is going to study the defensive line, and the receivers will study the secondary. But, as a tight end, you got to know the line, the backers, the safeties. You got to really study the entire defense. So I think that, that brings a challenge as well with being at different positions in the backfield, on the line. There's a lot of different ways to block, but I think, Mike and I being seniors can lead this group and do really well at it.
Do you sense there's a difference in the mood this week in practice compared to maybe after the Florida game, just in terms of how y'all responded to the loss?
I definitely feel like we got a lot better, and we showed it on the field at Georgia. It's definitely hard coming off a loss, and no one wanted to lose, and we're all disappointed about that. But I think, we really felt like we got better in the game, which is a big difference.
2 divisional losses, it's going to be difficult to win the division at this point. What do you do? What do you seek in terms of motivation and stuff for the rest of the season after getting a couple moments like this?
I think the whole team knows what we're capable of, and I think, we all believe that, we're not going to lose another game, and that's, our mindset.
What's the difference you see in Rajon now versus maybe that first game where he kind of struggled to gain yardage?
I think Rajon and the other running backs are just learning to trust the O-line more, and I think as the O-line blocks better, the running backs will run better, and I think, they've been doing a great job, and Coach Graham's just been doing a great job, helping them fit on the reads.
Thank you.
Coming out of a tough